Hi, my name is Jacinta. My username is Swedenokian, and the name of my blog at the moment is Pray for Rain, which seems ironic now because it's pouring and freezing as shit. This is the Song of Ice and Fire accent challenge, so you'll be able to hear how I pronounce it in my Australian accent. Some of the words from the series, here we go. Westeros, Shekmasherakiani, Cersei, Theostothrak, Viserys, Zarazondaxos, Stark, Lannister, Baratheon, Deepwood Mott, Winter, Arya, Caitlin, Yunkai Sigil, Khaleesi, Viserion, Drogon, Rhaegal, Daenerys, Aerys, Edric, Marcella, Arianne Martell, Melisandre, Valar Morghulis, Valar Dohaeris, Braavos, Balon, Hizdahr Zalorak, Arak, Dolorous Ed, Lisa, Roose, Beric Dondarrion, R'hllor, Harrenhal, Gregor Clegane. Why'd they put Gregor? It could have been Sandor, since I think he's the better of the two. Saves innocent girls, rapes villagers. Pretty sure Sandor is the outstanding brother. Yaquan Hagar, Meereen, Maester, Jane, and Hodor. Which house are you from? I do like the Stark house, because I like the direwolves and the words. Winter is coming. Kind of like what it stands for. Preparation, always be ready for what's on the horizon. Which of the 5 kings do you fight for? I really do not like any of them, to be honest. Robb is a bit too young. Renly, I would have chosen to fight for if he hadn't have. Well, we all know what happened to him. Joffrey, definitely not. I don't like the Greyjoys in general, so not Balon. And Stannis, ever since that scene in the book where he burned the 7 gods, I have not liked his character, so I wouldn't have chosen him either. Favourite character would be Tyrion, because he's hilarious, and Bronn as well. So if I could just cut out every single chapter from the books except Tyrion's and just read those, it would make no sense, but it would be worth it in the end, I would think. Favourite book? I'm only just coming towards the end of the 2nd book, but I think like most series it would probably end up being the 1st one, because you get to see, it's like the beginning, so you get to see where every character started off, and go back and when you reach the end and just think of how they've changed. And it's always nice to see all the characters are still alive and they haven't had their heads chopped off, which is always a plus for them. So I think I would choose the 1st book. Favourite sigil and words. So like I said before, the Stark house sigil and words, the direwolf and whatnot. North, south, or across the narrow sea. I do like the cold, so I'm sure the north would suit me well, but as it's pretty well known, Australia does have really hot weather, so the south, I don't know, it tends to be where all the assholes congregate, in King's Landing, so not much of a choice there. Who do you think will sit on the Iron Throne in the end? I would hope Tyrion, but I don't see that happening, simply because the author tends to think of what his readers want and then do the exact opposite. Shaggy Dog, Grey Wind, Summer, Lady, Nymeria, or Ghost? I would choose Ghost, because I do like Jon Snow, and plus it's an albino wolf, which is awesome. Would you join the Night's Watch? No. Just not by choice anyway. Most hated character. Is there anyone who has not said Joffrey for this? Because I don't see how anyone can hate any other character more than him. I despise his character. Khaleesi or Queen? I like the word Khaleesi better, but I wouldn't want to be one, because the Dothraki are I hate to say it, but savages, and it just does not seem appealing at all. I mean, if I was to become Khaleesi at my wedding, I would kind of prefer if my guests kept their intestines inside them, you know? Dragons or direwolves? Probably the direwolves. They seem very loyal, and I've always liked, you know, wolves and dogs. Which gods do you pray to? I'd probably say the old gods, because I do like the idea of the trees, and they're pretty, even though they have creepy faces on them. Finish with my favourite line from the series. One that stands out to me is when Tyrion's talking to Jon, and he says, I think the kids have just been making fun of Jon, calling him Lord Snow, which is taken offence to, and Tyrion says to him, if they give you a name, take it and make it your own, then they can't hurt you with it, which I think is sound advice from him, given his background. And he always seems to have those little tidbits of advice for characters anyway, which is why I like his character so much. But if it wasn't that, it would be fuck you, dwarf, which I'm sure you can guess who says that in the book. So that is the end.